It's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend? I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yesterday. Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today. I haven't felt anything strange.
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from the forest yesterday?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru?
He actually has a point. Is this true? It's so weird that people here don't dream. Anyway, if this all really were just a dream...
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the guy...
You're really excited about this, huh?
Help you better understand?
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought what you just said... Are you serious?
I knew you weren't going to...
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going...
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific, the book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah, if we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, then she'll... at this time of day...
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then...
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kid...
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon. My mind feels exhausted even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean? People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon.
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. What's going on?
All right, so this is the situation.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my great...
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad.
The real Dunyarzad? Where?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow, how perceptive.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment. What happened?
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeating itself. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zero's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule?
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people."
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you think?
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. My mind feels Okay, Nahida said, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. People in Sumeru don't..." That doesn't sound...
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there?
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my...
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Faye's runtime has exceeded its expected length.
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one thing. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it.
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand.
If we're lab rats, then what are you?
I guess I'm the moon.
The moon? Wasn't that...
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find...
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get...
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about...
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new... It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember...
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are talking about.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest?
How did you know what I was gonna say?
Forget. Whew, it's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have... Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today. Do you think the samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunya's up?
Really? Good job on all that
Hey, what kind of...
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of...
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain...
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush... Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested...
it's so strange and so against common sense that... Paimon's at a loss for words. Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
We're still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the...
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity...
Paimon thought the Duke did that!
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but...
What I mean is, even though I had asked... In other words, if you weren't here...
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new...
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not...
So, what's your new...
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals. Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory. And Dia was able to use her the moon, illusions, and Okay, Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a note. If all our memory...
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks this, but muscle memory can't be a...
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us...
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal...
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again?
Right! She did help us find our latest...
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I?
Well, you're still getting used to your...
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty...
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little... Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it. Just...
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's...
Yes, your memory's being erased.
Then I'd have to disagree.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsense. Come with me. Miss Dunyarzad, please come along as...
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has all the force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique...
Is it really impossible? What if they used some...
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this... Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. But at least, yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now? Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been... Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss it? How about we go back and ask Nahida?
Early today. Did you...
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that...
leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've...
We did? But we don't remember anything.
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during...
Really? That's kinda strange.
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Our memories are back! About that...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days' worth of memories. Paimon will fill you... It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday! Okay, let's go!
Why can't we leave the city?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything.
I have a real emergency. My good...
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the academia already announced a lockdown for some. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't.
Here we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. Angering me won't get you.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own. This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed. Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But what if things get really weird out there and you get into... Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but... okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. And please, be careful. Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you again! You just disappeared! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick walk!
Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think she understood.
Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't act...
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us? I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon...
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't? I guess that explains everything.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But how can we send it back?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Okay.
Yep, now we're...
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just...
I made some little changes. Akasha term
To make something like this?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're... Let's go then. Let's expose those sick... All right. Okay. See you tomorrow. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still met...
Okay. Now that you understand what's going on...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty, except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city, but everything looked completely normal when Paimon...
There's another part here. We only received...
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message...
Probably because yesterday just happened to end...
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep.
The message. It should have come from the
After the beep, Traveler said...
Traveler. What do you think that final space could have been?
Was that space actually the real world? But... My impression is that each day in this samsara, all the bizarre spaces I...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the set later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of news. Paimon's head is spinning!
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface...
Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey! Where are you going? Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad?
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh. You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam? Okay.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence. Those spaces remind me of dreams. The moon, illusions, and lies. People in Sumeru don't dream. Okay, Nahida said we've already experienced. We are all in a dream.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but in those spaces with no human presence? Huh. So people in Sumeru...
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. The Akasha relies on the power...
Oh, okay. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the...
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, the complete... Paimon remembers her saying that the sages... The real story is that the sages...
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something? We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many... Those spaces kept... Those dreamscapes kept... My mind
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's... Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of no one is any the wiser as another day passes. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zeru's festival.
So, this is like a dream factory.
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies...
Okay. So that beep we keep hearing is...
Alright, last question.
They say that...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question.
That wasn't hard. Now that you mention it, Nahida, it's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, those can wait. And on the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have. Firstly, this dream we're in is completely big. Secondly, you're probably... That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time. So whenever they wake up and...
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream?
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro out. Meanwhile, everyone else has... You asked me this question before. Now that you know this is all a dream, have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into air. That's why I could only give you very subtle... I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could they really just...
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lot. Traveler, do you have it?
Okay, Nahida said... Those spaces were... Grand Sage...
Celebrate the birth of the... Could it mean?
Can humans really...
We might say your mental especially those
People's lives are at stake here.
deceiving the people of Sumeru after we end the Sub-Zero's festivals.
How can the sages of the Academy...
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything... Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look...
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait,
She's actually something like a puppet, but not complete. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the tree.
but personality-wise, she's...
Puppets are stiff and can't copy. You know, speaking of which,
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness.
yes, back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about... I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zero's festival with so...
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida.
I'm not
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even...
to prevent more tragedies like this.
Great, but...
Although the Sub-Zero's festival, that means this dream belongs...
Huh? So...
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from... Which means, with the power of
imagination...
Imagination means breaking through what you... Like when the server at the tavern brings a plate to you. However, if you're the dream's host, the dream will respond in kind. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter... Find some way to make that person realize that...
How are we going to find them, though? And even if we did find them, how? After all, like you said...
It's extremely difficult, yes. As for me...
Out of town? Or you...
Yes. I wanted... Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to...
She was such a good person. Was such a Yeah. Saving... But... We mustn't lose hope, Travel. Paimon's wondering... Do you think the sages would... Huh. That's true. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Let's go ask him some questions.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine. Just...
An experiment? That...
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make a wish?
Less questions! More wishing!
Okay, my wish.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she just doesn't seem like her. I've also wondered if the reason...
So, you have a...
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flower, what she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested. Okay, yeah, that was... Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eye. Oh!
What?
Faki? Sorry, but only one portion of... Nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunya...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... Ugh. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some...
That's close enough.
Windblade! No one escapes my sight!
Where do you think you're going?
Be gone!
You want this one?
Take that!
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry. Cool it! What's the...
I'll be back.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and speaking of her, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying... Yeah, even if... This is the place! It's rude... Hey, the windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a... This was only a temporary residence. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this, even though she was also busy preparing for this. She must have wanted to give this to us if we hadn't found this book. But now that we know, we... Hey! Where are you off to now? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, what? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, the Grand Sage...
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck? Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared? Oh, of course! So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said. Yes. The Greater Lord brought... Ah, that beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these...
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the god...
Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple body Saras don't exist in the real world anymore. It's just like the example Nahida told us. So when you saw the flowers, you... But if we want to end the samsara, how should we make Nilu real?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm wrong.
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong. As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage?
Ooh, sounds familiar.
Yep. But in the part you heard, his piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my..." The Dendro Archon smiled. His wife lying next to him said, "In the end, the first sage..."
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of this...
Yes. But his faith...
Paimon understands where you're coming from now.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zeros as beautiful as we can.
Oh, good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been at Paimon's head feels. Paimon thinks it was. The Sub-Zeros! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh?
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad!
Oh, a Traveler Paimon. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilu performing...
actually Nahida, aren't you?
And it's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first.
After we parted on the last day of the among the countless dreams, I found once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her such a small fragment of consciousness where both will gradually fade, and I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end.
Huh? What?
Both are fine.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer.
At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the travel.
You also heard someone's voice, right?
Yeah, so you do know.
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata
A message from Greater Lord
King Deshret? That god who died.
Okay, so what?
I still have Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as. But I believe this is the key.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? But even if you can't figure out what that.
The traveler wasn't affected after coming in. No, we must decipher its secret. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine. To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium.
How did you do that?
Theoretically, I can enter. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord. I've always respected my people's free will.
Hold on. What about your own body?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, at that time, I was young and weak. However,
So, the sages basically.
In some ways, they aren't. And
Yeah,
Thank you for trying to find a way to save Irmin. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom. And there's never been any big problem. I wonder what caused them to go down this path. And even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything, I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha. I think they're deliberately trying to hide something.
Oh, that reminds Paimon.
Regardless, I need to first investigate. You mean how the
Yeah,
It's not that no one noticed. It's more
misdirection?
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream, even if the truth is that they're dreaming with their propaganda in play. Besides, great. Anyway, by now, even those who never got it, I hope. To be honest. Oh, and you don't need to worry.
Go and get some sleep.
What a relief.
Traveler? Paimon?
Maybe you were.
I see.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this.
Ad Astra Avisask.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have
Commissions, huh? Oh, how about this? And if possible, please.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appeared. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and.
Hey, that's not any better. Paimon's gotta ask.
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just want...
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Ah, so it's Nahida. So it's been you this whole time. Are you done with...
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways. And I even had a really, really long... It was another dream. In my dream, I was sitting in the... I also got to sit on a gigantic...
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone...
Huh?
No! By the way, have you had a chance to visit...
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. Her condition is stabilized. However, but for the moment, our top focus...
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage...
So our first priority should be...
Oh, good point.
Let's continue our...
Okay, so do you have any idea?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. No way, that...
You mean it'd be too easy?
No, it's not that. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of...
That's a good point.
I've already tried that. It seems that from the very...
Have you already caught the same...
I'm guessing not yet. In any case... We're in the dark as of now. After all...
Nahida, you're super smart.
According to a popular theory...
Okay, but aren't you the guy...
Well, I've been thinking that then I should find someone who's already involved.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, before coming back, we met someone.
Actually, I already have someone in...
Setaria. We ran into her basically every time. Paimon still remembers the smug...
She was born in the desert.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the...
The name Setaria means star. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. Soon after, the star began to waver. But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eye.
From the sound of it, Setaria... But she doesn't really support the academia.
Indeed. When there, she's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had already been right. We must send that way. Not only can we get useful intel from my past observations, Setaria will tomorrow afternoon just happens to be to prepare. Let's go check out... This should be Setaria's favorite fortune teller. No, I already have an...
Talking style?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled of the divine voice of wisdom?
Huh? Real...
Shh!
It would...
Only...
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Love prospect. Oh, one who is fated. Harut! Marut!
Actually...
Is that so?
If you were to bring some food off...
Is this another one of Setaria?
Yep. It belongs to a king. When I start talking with him...
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we...
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't...
Speaking of...
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my work...
That's nice. You're making a living.
So is your father...
Oh, no, not anymore.
I see. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild.
No problem. Rest easy.
This should be our final stop. Cetarius,
Nahida!
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh?
Sorry. If I recall...
That's right. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor, but I'm still disgusted.
What an admirable spirit.
Sure.
So this restaurant has a base...
That's right. It's not...
I see. Yes.
Thank you.
So, was that...
Mm-hmm. Cetaria's already used to avoiding her problems. I remember you mentioned that the Eremites, and although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the faith of her home...
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want... Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire...
Well, King Deshret is long gone. And Cetaria is also too smart to fall. If we simply engaged her under the guise of King... But if we were to borrow some...
So, you mean you're
Yep. Possess them through the Akash as long as everything goes smoothly.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we
Exactly.
Huh? Best of luck.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as...
That is pretty...
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never...
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious.
If it was at all possible.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it.
All right, then let's get...
Floaty Roady! Wibbly wobbly!
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
Don't slip and fall! Let's blow bubbles!
Cool it.
Prepare to be blown away! Wingblade! Floaty floaty! I swear, it's for medical research! Let's blow! That wasn't very nice! Here she comes! Satori is here! Let's quietly follow her. When she starts to ask for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll... Paimon looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were...
Okay then. Strange. Your cats... I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they?
So, which...
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you...
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project?
I hear you. No, The gods are asking, Sitaria, what?
Why haven't I gone...
Sitaria, why don't you just go...
And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is...
Cain Deshret? Even though news of Cain Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia.
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry.
Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida.
All I know are some abstract Harava-taught theories. Anyway, enough of that.
She's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Gardening? But don't you hate
well...
Fair enough. Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. Actually, while we're talking about...
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please. He has a quick temper, and is...
Oh? So... I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose...
Akeem, you don't mean...
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
You really zeroed in on me, but once everything is over...
Come on! Sitaria's already...
So, Shishan, like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something? Wait, did you just say attic? I thought this place...
Well, the restaurant recently added an attic. I've been studying there because it has better lighting. Oh, right. I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks...
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted...
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by...
Please, Please stop!
Even now, Sataria is still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to—
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! Which—
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please, try to remain calm, miss. Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side. Heretics? What kind of King Deshret? Many people I know—
Miss Sataria.
You know—
King Deshret is immortal. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, child of King Deshret. Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter— I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always—
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities.
How do you know me so well? Are you true?
That's not important. The important thing is to— if you could provide some assistance in this matter.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Please tell me, what can I do?
How much do you—
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zeru's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city.
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get— let me see—
The academia entrance. Wouldn't—
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be— I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny from me.
All right, I trust you.
So,
that'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro—
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. Maybe it's time for me to find a god.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our—
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow—
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just—
No.
time. Cool it.
Don't slip and fall! I'll be fine! He might feel a little prick! Let's blow bubbles! That wasn't very nice! Windblade! Wibbly wobbly! Floaty floaty! Don't slip and fall! Don't slip and fall! No escape!
Don't get frostbite.
I swear, it's for medical research! Windblade! Let's blow bubbles! That wasn't very nice! Don't slip it! Floaty floaty! Windblade! Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine, right?
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard. Off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night.
No, I think she's right. If you look around, There seems to be fewer people on the streets.
Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off.
Well, regardless, as long... There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards. This hour of the night.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the God of Wisdom.
This should be far enough. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such... He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Kainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the academia came back recently. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor. Yeah, now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis? Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahita's help. Nahita said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right? You mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia forest? That has to be the same project. Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville. Be gone!
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate.
The outcast? An outcast? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time.
You're up, traveler!
Following orders.
Wibbly wobbly! Windblade!
Freeze! Oh, so sorry. Dodge this!
Need that!
He might feel a little prick. Let it rain. Ha!
Need.
Windblade.
Where do you think you're going?
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements! Let's blow bubbles!
Take that!
This moment will be frozen in time. Ah! Freeze!
Try to keep up! Need.
Be gone! That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah, looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Tainari? Going up against smart people is tough.
It's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here?
Kale! It's nice to see you again!
To be honest, as a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule.
Oh, Kale! Speaking of Tainari, did he...
Oh, Master Tainari?
He left?
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari... No, I only found out that he left... to leave in such a... Master Tainari originally... I know that before he became a Forest Watcher, Master...
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder... Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI. Got it. Will do. See...